In this video, we will look at what silent treatment is, what its effects on you are, why people use it, and how you can respond to silent treatment. What is silent treatment? Silent treatment is a passive-aggressive, emotionally abusive tactic that inflicts pain and trauma without leaving visible bruising. It is a form of ostracism and invalidation where conversation is withheld or limited to one-word responses or grunts. The refusal to communicate can last for weeks, months, or even years, and only ends when the perpetrator decides to end it, often only after the victim begged and pleaded for forgiveness or gave in to the demands of the perpetrator. Thus, it is a form of control where communication is only restored if the perpetrator gets their way. Truth, logic, fairness, empathy, and rationality are replaced by childish entitlement and selfishness. The person shows their displeasure, disapproval, and contempt through non-verbal gestures while maintaining verbal silence. You are left to wrestle with your pain and disappointment with no opportunity to resolve the issues mutually and fairly. Silent treatment should not be confused with time out, where a person communicates that they need time to process an event, deal with overwhelming emotions, or clear their thoughts. When the person is ready, often after an agreed time, the conversation is continued or communication is restarted. With silent treatment, they flat out refuse to ever discuss the issue, now or later. Is silent treatment abuse? Silent treatment is abusive when the person does the following. They intend to hurt you or to put you in your place with their silence, often when they do not get their way or you try to hold them accountable for their actions. The silence lasts for extended periods and only ends when they decide it does, no matter what you do. They refuse to talk to you, make eye contact, answer calls, or respond to texts while being nice to other people. They seek alliances from others to also give you the silent treatment. They use silence to manipulate you into doing things they want or to change your behaviors and personality. They refuse to compromise, see your point of view, or listen to facts. They refuse to acknowledge you until you apologize, grovel, plead, or give in to demands just so that they can talk to you. They resort to anger, hostility, showing disdain or contempt to shut you up. They use silent treatment as their primary means of dealing with conflict. The effects of silent treatment. The nature of your relationship and if you are male or female influences the effect silent treatment has on you. Research shows that women often try hard to win back the affection of a person. Men try at first, then don't show any reactions after a certain period. Experiencing physical pain and discomfort. Even a brief silent treatment experience is enough to activate the anterior cingulate cortex of the brain that detects physical pain. The pain and discomfort are often felt in your stomach, back, shoulders, and head. Over time, it can lead to muscle stiffness, constant headaches, diarrhea, constipation, fatigue, insomnia, and mental fog. Long-term emotional stress can lead to eating disorders, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, blood clots, urinary and bowel problems, erectile dysfunction, and cancer. Increased health risks. Being ignored by a significant other or parent can cause you to feel lonely even if you interact with others at work or school. Researchers found that loneliness is just as lethal as smoking 15 cigarettes per day or being an alcoholic, making it even more dangerous than obesity. Lonely people are around 28% more likely to die prematurely. Loneliness also increases inflammation in the body, which can contribute to heart disease, stroke, immune system problems, and other chronic health conditions, forming negative beliefs. Silent treatment can cause permanent damage to your psychological conditions and how you view yourself, especially in children. This can cause you to subconsciously believe you are not good enough. You may then form self-sabotaging behaviors and actions to subconsciously prove to yourself you do not deserve to be happy. Loss of trust in your memory and decision making. Over time, you may think that maybe you did do something wrong to deserve them not talking to you. This may cause you to doubt your memory and perception of reality that has the same effect as gaslighting. It will also affect your decision-making ability as you will become afraid of making a mistake and being given the silent treatment. Feeling powerless and loss of sense of self and confidence. Silent treatment makes you feel powerless. The perpetrator has control over you and the conversation. Silent treatment crushes your sense of self, where you place value on what you bring to the world and value on the things you have accomplished. Believing you bring no value to the world and have no value yourself to be loved can cause you to lose confidence in doing new things and going for your dreams. Guilt, shame, dehumanization, and suicide. Silent treatment crushes your sense of self and confidence and makes you feel rejected, unworthy, lonely, and reduced. You may start to experience guilt and shame that can overwhelm you. It makes you feel as if you're not worthy of being a human and not even worthy of being acknowledged and talked to. Being ostracized will trigger deep fears of death in you we still have from our ancestors, when being kicked out of a group often meant death. It may cause you to think you deserve any punishment given to you, as you are not worthy of human rights. You may also experience a sense of grief, loss, misplacement, and abandonment that can lead to suicidal thoughts or even suicide. Feeling angry, frustrated, and hatred towards a person. You may foster resentment and hatred for the person giving you the silent treatment. If your sense of self is not totally destroyed, or is partially rebuilt by you realizing the unjustness of what is being done to you, you will feel that you do not deserve to be treated in such a way. This will cause you to start to hate the other person. It will also destroy the relationship you have with the person. You may try to do anything to make the other person speak up and communicate with you. Children may cause trouble or become violent to get a reaction. Why do narcissists use silent treatment? Silent treatment is a low-energy but extremely effective manipulation tactic. Its sole purpose is to cause extreme levels of emotional distress in the victim until they give in to the demands placed on them. It is a toddler temper tantrum in silence for not getting their way. There are several reasons a narcissist may use silent treatment. Poor communication skills. The person experiences a shift in the relationship or how they view you. Your name may have been smeared. They saw something you did, said, or communicated online that they do not agree with. They don't know how to approach you with how they now feel or think about you and decide to rather ignore you. Poor skills dealing with their emotions. They suffer an emotional injury through something you said or done, or that they perceive wrongly. Or their emotions are in turmoil due to something that happened in their life. They may even be envious of your progress or something good that happened in your life, or just because you are happy. Their insecurities may have been triggered in some way and they feel afraid, but don't know why. They may not even know what they are feeling and why, as they don't know how to deal with what they are feeling, nor how to communicate their feelings to you. They decide to shut you out, to punish you. They are experiencing emotional pain and turmoil that they don't know how to deal with or even what they are feeling. They may blame you for making them feel this way, or you are just a convenient target. Thus, they punish you to make themselves feel better and make the emotions they feel go away without needing to deal with them. When you apologize and accept blame, you reinforce their belief that their feelings were caused by you and that they had no control over how they felt and had a right to punish you for making them feel the way they did. This allows them to never need to deal with their emotions. They can just dump them onto you and then punish you to make themselves feel better. Establish control and avoid responsibility. When you start to try and hold them accountable for their actions or enforce your boundaries, they will feel that they are losing control over you. By overreacting and totally denying your existence, they hope to shock you so much that you give control back to them just to get their validation and attention. It triggers your fear of abandonment without them needing to leave you or threaten you of doing so. Admitting guilt or giving in to their demands often at the moment seem like a small price to pay to get them back into your life. Unfortunately, these costs add up over time while the value they bring to your life diminishes. For their pleasure, they may torture you with their silence for their pleasure, especially if they see it gets to you and you beg and plead with them to talk to you. To change you or drive you crazy. Silent treatment is often used to manipulate you into changing your behaviors to be in line with how the narcissist wants you to behave. Slowly over time, they will attack each part of you until you give that part up or change it. Anything they are not happy with, such as how you dress, what you eat, what you watch on TV, your job, and so on, will be changed through silent treatment. You will become an empty shell of yourself and their robotic slave. Silent treatment also is a form of gaslighting. Over time, you might doubt your own reality and accept whatever they tell you. Slowly, they can make you believe you are crazy. To feel powerful. They control the conversation and you now beg them for attention. It makes them feel godlike when they can make you fear them by you not knowing when they will decide not to talk to you again. It also makes them feel important that you will beg and plead and give in to any demands they make just to get them to talk to you. Signs of silent treatment. Sometimes you may be confused as to if a person is just taking time out or if they are giving you the silent treatment. Several signs point to you getting the silent treatment. They talk to others but not you. The person talks to other people around you but ignores you. Thus, their silence is not due to them emotionally dealing with a problem or incident. They may also be active online and may read your messages but still ignore you. You feel ashamed. They make you feel ashamed or guilty through silent treatment. Often you don't know what exactly you did wrong to be treated in such a way, but feel you must have done something terrible and be an evil person to be punished with silence. You change your behavior. Often silent treatment only ends when you do something the person wants, such as stop asking them not to spend all the rent money on partying or when are they going to get a job. Or you start cleaning up after them instead of asking them to help you clean the house. Your personality changes. Silent treatment also often only stops when you as a person change. The narcissist may demand you change your life, such as stop a hobby, leave your job, cut ties with family or friends, or start doing things you do not want to do, such as start drinking with them or doing drugs with them. They may also demand you have sex with them when you do not want it or in ways that you do not want. They may also force you to stop being the bubbly and friendly person you are. How to deal with silent treatment. Don't blame yourself. Their silence is not your fault, no matter what they claim. They are choosing not to interact with you, change, or compromise. Do not beg or plead. Give an apology if you are innocent, or give into their demands. This will just reinforce their behavior, and they will do it over and over to get their way. You can try several things to break the silence. If they respond in a threatening or abusive way, then remove yourself from the situation until they calm down. See a therapist or trusted friend for help. Give them some space. If this is not the normal way the person interacts with you and they ignore you when there was no argument or issue, then give them a bit of space. Maybe a day or so. It could be that something tragic happened in their life and they are not able to talk about it yet. Make it about them. Send the person a message or try to talk to them, but make it about them. Ask them if there is something wrong or if you can help them with something. If you have done something wrong, then go ahead and apologize. You can try saying, just checking in, are you okay? Or, I notice you haven't responded to me. Is everything okay? Try a different communication method. If you normally talk, try sending a text. If you normally text, then try phoning them or email them. It can happen that technology failed and they never got your original text. Although risky, you can try asking someone else to talk to them. Make it about you. If after a reasonable time, they are still not responding or they use silent treatment often, then you can tell them how you feel. Try, I'm confused as to why you are not responding to me. Or, I feel hurt and invalidated when you ignore me. If they deflect or accuse you of only thinking of yourself or downplay your emotions and feelings, then they are admitting that they don't care that they hurt you. Act as if it does not affect you. If a person still refuses to communicate with you, then let them be. They have control and will decide when they start talking to you again. If they see it affects you, they will keep up the silent treatment. Thus, go on with your life as best you can. Go do something you enjoy doing. Leave them. If silent treatment lasts months on end or is regularly used or part of other abusive tactics, then the best will be to limit your contact with a person as much as you can. You may need to leave a person if it is your partner. No matter how much you love them, staying in a toxic relationship where the person will not even allow you to resolve problems is destructive for both of you. This person also has no desire to change or address any issues. Know that emotional abuse often escalates to physical abuse, especially when the person feels their tactics do not work as well anymore or when they feel they are losing control over you.